Yep, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Pudhirayat Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Vattama Shloke Bhaktiri Bhavati Nangistiki Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome all for wonderful systematic study of Bhagavad Gita. So we are in the chapter 5. And chapter 4 was basically the transcendental knowledge. So the systematic study by us and also Krishna gave systematic knowledge to Arjuna in a very, very nice fashion. You know, the syllabus is so beautiful that step-by-step process, right? First confusion, then slowly coming to the conclusion, who we are, what we are supposed to do. In the previous chapter, Krishna very beautifully explained transcendental knowledge, okay? And he is giving what is the knowledge beyond these three modes of material nature, okay? Second chapter also says that, what is that? Padam gachanti anamayam. Anamayam means where there are no miseries, Vaikuntha, Kunta and Vaikuntha. Then in the fourth chapter, he gave a clear knowledge about the transcendental knowledge. To go to that anamayam, what kind of knowledge we need to acquire? Transcendental knowledge about the absolute truth. Okay, and after that knowledge, once you acquire that knowledge, how you have to apply that knowledge, that is action in Krishna consciousness. How we need to act, karma yoga. What is the difference between karma and karma yoga? Beautifully, Prabhupada explains here. Okay, so I was supposed to do 5th chapter, 6th shloka, right, Prabhuji? So what I would do, I will just give some introduction here by reading some of the 1 to 4 translation in 2-3 minutes. So first, text explains. Are you able to see my screen, everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
First shloka, Arjuna is asking, "Oh Krishna, first of all, you asked me to renounce work. And then again, you recommend work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of these two more beneficial?" Actually, Krishna said only one thing, but Arjuna, being in the situation, in the warfare, in the battlefield, he got confused. And it happens to all of us when we are in a hurry, when we are in a stressful situation, we don't get properly what other people are messaging us. We think differently when you're stressed out, especially, right? Same situation, Arjuna. Krishna never said two things, he said only one thing. Okay, that's the first thing. Second one, and that was Arjuna's, again, I don't want to put Arjuna down. Arjuna is a devotee, he is in Yogamaya potency, put him, and message is coming to you and me. But at the situation, Arjuna totally confused. Second one, the personality of Godhead. For this question, the Supreme Lord is replying, the renunciation of work and devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work and devotional service is better than renunciation of the work. This is very beautiful, right? Krishna said, yes, if you understand that way, that is fine. Renunciation of work and devotion, both are good. But we cannot do first one, renunciation of the work, okay? Because we all have to work. So renunciation is not a solution. Because I explained several times, my spiritual master gives always example. Bhakti means dedication, not renunciation. Okay, but Krishna saying same thing here. Renunciation of work is not a solution. Okay, The third one who neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Though you are actually involved in Krishna and activities, when you give results to Krishna, the Nishkama Karma Yoga, actually we call Bhagavad Arpita Nishkama Karma Yoga. When that is given to Krishna, that is as good as not doing anything. See here, the main concept here is acquiring karmic reactions. There's a whole philosophy here. To not to acquire karmic reaction, because every action in this world has a reaction, as by Newton's third law. Action is equal to minus reaction, right? Everything binds us back into this material world. To not to be entangled in this material world, we have to work in Krishna consciousness, renounced order of life. That's the difference between karma yoga. A karma is which a fruitive actions which binds us back into this material world. Karma yoga. The moment you put the word yoga in front after karma, yoga means union with the Lord. When our activities are united with the Lord, then we are not acquiring any karmic reactions. That's why Krishna is recommending, hey, not the karma sannyasa. Karma yoga is better than karma sannyasa. Such a person free from. So one neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Such a person free from all dualities, easily overcome material bondage, and is completely liberated, Almighty Arjuna. He's giving such a wonderful knowledge. We can take home messages, so beautiful messages here are there. Then fourth one, only the ignorant speak of devotional service. Karma yoga is different from the analytical study of the material word Sankhya. Those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves results. Krishna is saying, Arjuna was putting a question, Sankhya philosophy. So we all know that. So what is the Sankhya philosophy? Sankhya philosophy is basically analytical study of the things. So there are two ways. You can do Sankhya philosophy, you can reach the God. Or simply a simple devotion that we can reach the God. So what's the difference between these two? Sankhya philosophy means that it comes from the negation. For example, what happens is a lot of philosophers, they think, okay, they start from TV, okay, television, picture is coming. How this picture is coming? Because of electric waves. How these electric waves are generated? Because of, electrons, protons, neutrons, and the nucleus, blah, 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 electron rays, cathode rays, blah, 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 how they are coming. So finally, they reject TV, they reject electricity. So they rejection, ultimately they see, oh, this is coming from Krishna. So there is a reverse philosophy. For example, great scientist Newton, we have Newton is the greatest. We have a Newtonian mechanics, right? Huge books. And we have Max Planck's theory. So many great scientists. They came with the Sankhya philosophy. And finally, before their death, they concluded, hey, it's not our greatness. Something super power is there. That is God. So that is called Sankhya philosophy, going the reverse direction. You come from the bottom. Okay, I have this item, how it came. Okay, this came from this. How that came from that. How that came from. You keep on investigating, finally end up, because ultimate source is Krishna, right? So we don't accept in the beginning Sankhya philosophy. But ultimately what happens is they take several lifetimes to reach out. Several lifetimes for Sankhya philosophy, but they reach out to the God ultimately after many, many lifetimes. Whereas in devotional service karma yoga, direct perception of the absolute truth. Parama Vidya, Parama Guyam, direct service to karma yoga. They can achieve the Lord. That's why Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, Jnanavan Vam Prapajyate, Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlava. Now, with the Sankhya philosopher, they take many, many, many lifetimes. Then they come to understanding. Maybe one of us could be coming from Sankhya side. Maybe we might have taken millions of us before. We have been investigating in Sankhya way, but now we came to this platform today on Krishna consciousness and Prabhupada mercy. Now what is the Vasudevam Sarvanti? We are taking up Krishna consciousness, direct devotional service to Krishna. Okay, he talks about that in the 4th shloka. Then coming to 5th shloka, one who knows that the position reached by means of analytical study can also be attained by devotional service. I just said that one reached by means of analytical, that is Sankhya philosophy, can also be attained by devotional service. How? Those who therefore see analytical study and devotional service to be the same level, see things as they are. So the analytical study person, he may take several more lifetimes to come back to this understanding, this Vasudevam Saravamiti. But whereas devotees who take up direct devotional service, and both are same, but only the journey period is different. Okay, any questions until this point? Then I'll go to this next, today's subject matter. So let's go to the shloka here. Sannyasastu mahabaho. Can you repeat after me, please? All of you unmute and repeat the shloka. These are the words from Krishna. Please, all you have to repeat these questions, please. Sannyasastu mahabaho.
Sannyāsastu mahabaho
Dukkhamaptum ayogataha.
dukkam aptum ayogataha
Yoga yukto munir brahma.
yoga yukto munir brahma
Nachirena digacchati.
nachirena digacchati.
One more time. Sannyasastu mahabaho.
Sannyāsastu mahabaho
Dukkhamaptum ayogataha.
dukkam aptum ayogataha
Yoga yukto munir brahma.
yoga yukto munir brahma
Nachirena digacchati.
nachirena digacchati.
One more time, please. Sannyasastu mahabaho.
Sannyāsastu mahabaho
Dukkhamaptum ayogataha.
dukkam aptum ayogataha
Yoga yukto munir brahma.
yoga yukto munir brahma
Nachirena digacchati.
nachirena digacchati.
Okay, don't go on the mute. We'll read translation together. Repeat after me. Merely announcing all activities,
All activities,
yet not engaging in the devotional service of the Lord,
yet not engaging in the devotional service of the Lord,
cannot make one happy.
cannot make one happy.
But a thoughtful person
But a thoughtful person
engaged in devotional service
engaged in devotional service
can achieve the supreme without delay.
can achieve the supreme without delay.
This is so self-explanatory. I don't need me on this call to explain this, right? When you read clearly what Supreme Bhagavan, Lord Sri Krishna, Partaya Pratibodhita, Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam, Lord Narayana, Lord Krishna, Vasudeva, Devaki Nandan, he is telling, merely announcing all activities, yet not engaged in. A lot of people acquire knowledge, so much knowledge. They attend all the Bhagavad Gita classes from one to last, but application is zero. Merely renouncing all activities, yet not engaged in devotion service of the Lord cannot make money. Why people are unhappy in this world? Nobody wants to serve the Lord. They want to serve their own senses. Right? Merely renouncing all. Oh, then they say, I don't like this, I don't like that. Merely renouncing all activities doesn't matter. Even if you go to any, that's the reason why Sannyasa is not recommended in Kali Yuga for most of the people. What happens when you merely renounce and you go to Himalayas, you start meditating and you see a small inch of iota of impurity comes to your mind, you fall down. Okay? And we have a great examples in Bhagavad. Saubhari Muni. Saubhari Muni, what happens? He does so great yoga. He says, I would like to do a devotional service without disturbing, without association of the devotees. That also gives the how important association. He went into the water, he started meditating on the Supreme Lord. But what happens? He saw a small fish mating, and when he sees that a small incident, he falls down. Later he married to 100 girls. Okay, there's a story. So what I'm saying here is that merely renouncing all activities, not engaging in devotional service. Devotional service means that with the devotees of the Lord, that is called devotional service. See, when you say this shloka, right? We say invocation prayers, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. What does it mean, Nityam? Krishna never said Nityam Bhagavan Sevaya. Oh, he said worship me. No. He said that Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya means that devotees, paraphernalia, temple activities, all this called Bhagavata Sevaya. Not only just serving the deities who are addressing the deities, no. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, serving the devotees, hearing Krishna Katha, teaching Krishna Katha, preaching Krishna Katha, hearing, Shravanam, Kirtan, all Navavida Bhakti, all comes under devotional. But not by renunciation. Our Prabhupada never gave a negation. We always accept everything. We accept everything for the sake of Krishna. Look at that. And the next line, but a thoughtful person engaged in, even though he doesn't have to be a rocket scientist, he doesn't have to have a great knowledge like a PhD from MIT. If he's a simple person, but a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme without delay. Right? You all agree with me? Krishna is giving 200% insurance policy here. You all have insurance policy, right? If I die, my wife, kids get $1 million. Okay, they'll be happy, they forget me. They don't even do Shraddha for me. Otherwise, they go to court and fight on the property. 50%, I'm a daughter, I should also get daughter comes, she starts fighting 50%. Now, son says, your daughter will give only 30%, blah, 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 like on goes. But a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme. You're a smart, intelligent person. You think, what I'm going to take with me when I leave this body? You all agree with me? What I am going to take with me when I leave this body? That is the intelligent question you should inquire. Rishabhadeva is suggesting his 100 sons. These senses are very, very powerful. Be careful. Okay? And we all accumulate wealth, health, everything for our kids. But we should teach them devotional service. Otherwise, what happens? They become just, keep enjoying. We work like donkeys, they enjoy later. So we shouldn't be giving everything, but also engaging them in a proper devotional service. So, but a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve, a thoughtful person doesn't have to be a rocket scientist, as I said, without supreme. Okay, let's read the purport given to Divine Grace Prabhupada Ki Jai. I'll just read and we highlight important points, and I have 1 or 2 cross references for this one. So I'll try to finish in next 15 minutes. There are 2 classes of sannyasis or persons in the renounced order of life. The Mayavadi sannyasis are engaged in the study of Sankhya philosophy, whereas the Vaishnava sannyasis are engaged in the study of Bhagavad philosophy, which affords the proper commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. The Mayavadi sannyasis also study the Vedanta Sutras, but use their own commentary called Shariraka Bhashya, by Shankaracharya. The students of Bhagavata school are engaged in the devotionalists of the Lord according to Pancharatrika regulations, not the Pancharatrika regulations. And therefore, the Vaishnava sannyasis have multiple engagements in the transcendental service of the Lord. The Vaishnava sannyasis have nothing to do with the material activities, and yet they perform various activities in their devotional service to the Lord. But the Mayavadi sannyasis engaged in the studies of Sankhya and Vedanta and speculation cannot relieve the transcendental service of the Lord. Because their studies become very tedious, they sometimes become tired of Brahman speculation, and thus they take shelter of the Bhagavatam without proper understanding. Consequently, their study of Srimad Bhagavatam becomes troublesome, dry speculation, and impersonal interpretations by artificial means of all useless of the Mayavadi sannyasis. The Vaishnava sannyasis who are engaged in devotional service are happy in the discharge of transcendental duties, and they have the guarantee, the ultimate entrance in the kingdom of God. The Mayavadi sannyasis sometimes fall down from the path of self-realization and again enter into material activities of a philanthropic and altruistic nature, which are nothing but material engagements. Therefore, the conclusion is that those who are engaged in Krishna conscious activities are better situated than the sannyasis engaged in the simple speculation about what is Brahman and what is not Brahman, although they too come to Krishna consciousness after many, many births. Look at, I think I already gave it this central idea. Prabhupada explains so beautifully the difference between Mayavadi sannyasis and Vaishnava sannyasis. And we all know that our Vaishnava sannyasis, our spiritual masters, all the Prabhupada disciples are Vaishnava sannyasis. And we know that what engagements they have, how beautifully they participate in Kirtan, constructing Krishna temples, preaching Krishna conscious movement. And they take so many risks going some other, for example, Indradumna Swami Maharaj, he goes to interior places of Poland, Holland, though there are some dangers for their life, but they don't care. They don't care for their own life because they know that the Krishna is there to protect them. The blind faith in Krishna, right? The blind faith in Krishna. As Kunti Maharani had this blind faith in Krishna when Krishna went and said, Mausiji, I'm going to Dwarka. What she said? No, Krishna. Vipadatantu satatva tatra tatra jagadguru. Apuno bhavanam darshad apnar bhavadrishnam. Krishna, please stay with me, even though you give so many troubles, I don't care. As long as you're with me, I have no problem. Same way, these Maharajas, our spiritual master. My spiritual master 2 weeks back went to Colombia. He's constructing a big Sham ashram there with Colombians, with Spanish people. So what I'm saying is, give me example. Our great Simeshwar Master Lokanath Swami, great singer, all his tunes all over the world are going on. This is the contribution of our Vaishnava sannyasis. They think Krishna is ultimate, Vasudevam Sarvanti. Compared to Mayavadi sannyasis. Now, when you talk about the Sankhya philosophy, Mayavadis comes under Sankhya philosophy. See, they are also devotees, but what kind of devotees? It is an impersonal Brahman. They may come back to Krishna, but not in this lifetime. Okay, they take impersonal Brahman, they may become again rishis, so that they go to partial realization of Bhagavan. This is a long journey for them, but they may able to come to Krishna consciousness. But whereas the Vaishnava sannyasis, they are engaged in Bhagavad Dharma. Bhagavad Dharma. What is the Bhagavad Dharma? That's the basic tenet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are the part and parcel of Lord Sri Krishna. Our eternal duty to serve him. So here, the Sankhya philosophers and Krishna is explaining to them that karma sannyasa yoga. So Krishna is beautifully explaining here that Krishna is karma yoga is better than karma sannyasa. Why it is karma sannyasa? Karma yoga is better. If karma sannyasa, you may take sannyasa, you may go back to Himalayas, you may fall down, you come back again, that's not recommended. That's why the sannyasa is not recommended for many grihasthas in this life, in this yuga, especially very, very few people who can able to become sannyasis. It's not easy job. We have seen some people say, I'm going to be a brahmachari after 50 people getting married, because this is a power of what you call our senses. Senses are always looking for the sense gratification. If you are not properly engaged these senses, then what happens? They go in different directions. So that's why here Prabhupada is recommending karma yoga is better than karma sannyasa. Why? Because when karma yoga is directly is karma sannyasi, because when you are giving your all fruits to Krishna and you are not expecting anything, it means you are equal to sannyasi. Because you are resulting to Krishna. For example, devotees of Krishna are recommended. Prabhupada writes, he's a best yogi. A person who is in Krishna consciousness is a perfect yogi. Why is a perfect yogi? Because at least we are trying to depend on Krishna 100%. In that case, either good or bad, Krishna, that's your problem. It's not my problem. What is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says? Mat prananastu sayeva na para. Whatever you do, I am in your hands, Krishna. You do whatever you want to do it. You do good or bad for me, I don't care. I'm yours, life after life. That is the mood. That's why we work in karma yoga, not karma sannyasa yoga. Okay, but not by any artificial means. When you put everything with Bhagavad Nishkama Karma Yoga, there's no question of you reaping either positive or negative. You nullify totally. Krishna is responsible for doing all those things. So that's why Krishna is recommending that Karma Yoga is better than Karma Sannyasa Yoga, Karma Sannyasi. Okay, and also here we are seeing how this Mayavadi philosopher, they call Sharirika Bhashya, written by Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya is a devotee of Krishna. He's incarnation of Lord Shiva. He knows. He is the one who wrote Bhaja Govindam. He is the one who wrote our Jagannath Astakam. He knows God is a person, but people in those days were not ready to accept the Advaita philosophy. Sorry, Dvaita philosophy. That's why he introduced Advaita philosophy. That's the problem, because at that point after Buddha, there are a lot of massacre went, and Buddha came and said, do good, be good, there is no God. Then Shankaracharya said, hey, Bhagavan is impersonal. Then slowly, Madhvacharya, they came and they slowly. So this called what you call it as a gradual introduction of Supreme Lord. Slowly. They did not give first itself is Dvaita philosophy. Okay, but Shankaracharya knows that Supreme Lord Govindam Bhaja Govindam is there, and he wrote Jagannath Astakam, etc. All those he knows Shankaracharya. So this how things have come into existence. But here Prabhupada is very clearly writing that you don't have to worry about all those things. We have to be Krishna, action in Krishna consciousness. We are acting in Krishna consciousness. Our family, our kids, our wife, all devotees, our job also become Krishna conscious. A lot of people put this question, Prabhuji, I'm working and I'm not able to focusing on Krishna. When you're working, work sincerely, get a good accolations from your work. That is your service to Krishna. Why? Because you're working for Krishna. That is also devotional service. In that case, there is no question of acquiring any karmic reactions. So that becomes a dedication, not an enunciation. That's the beauty of it. Okay. And what I would like to do next 5-10 minutes, I would like to show some of the evidences, not evidences, I would say. What happens when we are not in Krishna consciousness? Okay. I love this shloka very well from Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, 8th shloka. Dharma svanushtita pumsan vishpakasena patasya notpadaye yatiratim samayaivahi kevalam. I just read translation. The occupational activities a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor. Look at the word. Occupational activities a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It means that if you are doing activities which are not related to Krishna, it is going to be a purely donkey's work. It's a donkey's work. Why? Because even if you are doing good work, positive also, that also brings us back to. Why? Because na utpadaye yadi ratim, that has no, ratim means no attraction for Krishna. Any work which doesn't have attraction for Krishna, samayaivahi kevalam, it's a just donkey's work. Okay, this is the first. And I would like to also quote something from Vrishabhadeva advising his 100 sons before his retirement of the life. Because, Vrishabhadeva is a very smart person. He gave all country, everything, but he knows when the kids were given too much freedom, they become sense gratified totally. That's why you should be very careful. The kids are very smart. Oh, my dad is working like a donkey. I'm going to take that money. So we should be very careful. We should give money also. We should give Atma Jnana. If Atma Jnana is not given, it's going to be a danger. Here, Krishabhaya explaining it 100 sons. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yadindriya pritaya apranoti na sadhu manye yata atmanoyam asan apikleshata shadeha. He's telling so beautifully here. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, look at that. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living and engages in all kinds of sinful activity. We are all committing sins life after life, life after life. He does not know that due to his past misdeeds, he has already received a body which, although temporary, is the cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken on the material body, but he has been awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification, by which he perpetually gets material bodies one after another. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, nai nai rakshati. Actually, so beautifully. They're taking, look at that, how nicely Rishabhadeva addressing his sons. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, that is the one. Okay, sense gratification. When we think sense gratification of life, he certainly becomes mad after his living and engages in all kinds of sinful activity. Why we are having these coronavirus? Does anybody thinking what's the source for this? Everybody trying to solve the problem, but nobody focusing on the source. Why this came? What sinful activities we are performing? India, greatest country, have a massive mass killing. Is somebody addressing that? Any minister, anyone addressing that question? No. Everybody is looking how to prevent, but who is looking for the source? Why that came? Nobody is focusing on that because of sinful activity. He does not know that due to his past misdeeds, he has already received a body. We all got this body because of our past misdeeds. Although temporary, is the cause of his misery. This body is a misery. Dukkhalayam ashvashvatam napnavati mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gataha. You have to explain, Krishna, please come to me. I'm giving all this knowledge. Actually, the living entity should not have taken on material body. Look at that. Actually, we should have not taken the material body, but he has been awarded the material body for sense gratification. We choose to come into this body for the sense gratification. Folks, we all have a sense gratification inclination, even now also, okay? We are not pure devotees yet. We are doing karma mishram bhakti, jnana mishram bhakti, but we keep doing what we are doing and we'll get perfect one day. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activity. So he's warning his son, say, you got bodies, these bodies got because of whatever karma. Again, learn your lesson, make this as a last chance. Prabhupada said, Prabhupada has given all the tools required for us to go back to God in this lifetime. There's no necessity for us to take one more life. Prabhupada has given all the tools required for us to go back to Godhead and finish all our business here, wind up all our business in the material world. Same Rishabhadeva was saying. Therefore, I think it is befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activity of sense gratification, which he perpetually gets material bodies one after another. I was a dog, I had a dog wife, dog kids. I was a cat, I have a cat wife, cat kids. I have human wife, human kids. So we keep on changing bodies, but we are not giving our sense enjoyment activity until we engage our senses. Until we engage our senses for the satisfaction of Supreme Lord, we are not going to stop this birth-death cycle, as Rishabhadeva very clearly explaining. Look at that. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man. Look at that, intelligent man, but intelligent and what? He is intelligent to enjoy sense gratification, to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification, by which he perpetually gets material body. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he advented in this world, Bhagavatam said that, what is that? Yagnai prare sankirtanai yajanti ye sumedasha. The Krishna consciousness who takes sumedasha. Very intelligent people come to Krishna consciousness, not ordinary people. Every devotee is a precious. Every devotee is a respectable. Every devotee is a special to Krishna. Krishna never likes saying anything bad to his devotee. He loves. He says, more than me, I don't want anybody to say bad thing to my devotees. It's like a parent, parents say, "Arey, mera kukra kuch bola, mere bachchon ko kuch nahi bolna." Krishna is like that. Don't say anything to my devotee. They are dear to me than myself. You can, if you want, you can say something to me, but not to my devotees. So there are a lot of examples. Bhakta Prahalad Maharaj, how he protected him. So this is the beauty, folks. Prabhupada has given a treasure for us. And though we don't deserve it, but he gave it to us. It's up to us how we want to utilize this transcendental knowledge and make our life successful and take the advice of Rishabhadeva. He's telling that Babaji perpetually gets material bodies one after another. We had so many lifetimes before, millions of lifetimes we have taken, but this is a form where we got human form of birth, and that too, and the human, there are 400. What is Jalaja Navalakshani, Stavaraha Lakshavimshati, Pakshinam Dashalakshanam, Chaturulvarjanim, Chaturulakshani Manava. There are 400,000 of human beings, but we are so fortunate becoming to America and engaged in Krishna consciousness and taking up this process. How many people get this chance? Tell me. We are very, very precious. You all are precious. All attending these classes, hearing, you're all great devotees. You have to pat on back yourself, taking up this process and coming to this position. And never give up. You almost came here and you covered 90% of your journey. Just 10% is left. Work little more hard. You are done forever. You don't have to come back to this material world again. As Kali Yuga progresses, it's not going to be good. We all know that we are seeing Corona. Something else may come. As Kali Yuga passes by, things are getting worse day by day. Even if you compare our childhood to now, the morals doesn't exist. As the time passes by, things are going to get bad. And we got this lifetime and we got the opportunity. We know what needs to be done. We know how to go back to Godhead. Let us all go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. I'm done, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, you're all there still? Am I teaching to the walls?
Yes,
or are
Prabhuji.
you able to hear me?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, we are here, Prabhuji.
Oh, thank you so much. You heard what I said, right, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. we
Oh,
were
okay. I was thinking, I was kind of scared. Did I talk to on the mute or, Okay. Anybody has any comments, any questions, please welcome and add anything which I may have missed it because of my ignorance. Please add and go ahead. Is the Mr. Prabhu is not there? Let me see. I don't know. Subal Prabhu is there, right? Okay. Is everybody gone?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm here.
Okay. It looks like nobody likes my class. Everybody went away.
No, Prabhu. It's a nice class, wonderful class. Even Sudevi was listening, she was saying, very nice class.
No. I'm sorry. I'm just. We all give nice class, Prabhu. Everybody gives nice class. It's no big deal. We're all nice devotees, so absolutely. Are you there, Simeshwar Prabhuji? Let us have. Okay. Anybody wants to add any questions or any comments or any reflections here? Please go ahead. I have 10 minutes I left for all of you to interact. Where is Simeshwar Prabhu? Looks like he is on the mute. Anybody? Okay. Let's go round table. Okay. Let's go to Jai Prabhu. Jai Prabhu, tell me one line what you learned today or what we discussed today. Jai Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. All goes to
Dandavat
Prabhupada.
Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji.
Tell me one point, Prabhuji.
The one line is that rather than doing analytical study, it's better to do work in a Krishna consciousness.
Oh my gosh, you hit on the crux of it, Prabhuji. So nice. Thank you so much. You do all the time. So, absolutely.
What happened? Bug?
Thank you so much. Okay. Subal Prabhu, one line, please, today. What we discussed, important today. Subal Prabhu.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Prabhu. Like, I'm thinking, I liked all the
Sure.
points you made, Prabhu. Like, especially like what you said, like, you talked about the sannyasis doing the, what do you call it, karma yoga you describe for sannyasis. What's that? Like, it's better to do like karma yoga than the sannyas karma yoga.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I like the point what Jayaprakash Prabhu made. That was but he already said that. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, somebody named Anu. I don't know who was that. Please make one line what you like today. Anu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Lord Prabhupada. Prabhuji, I like what you said about the sannyasi, Vaishnav sannyasis and the Karmakanda sannyasis. How you distinguish, or they distinguish their practices. I mean, their practices are a little different, and they are not following the scriptures or the Bhagavad as is, and they have their own way of understanding. So that's why they deviate and fall down easily. And the Vaishnava sannyasis follow the protocols of Prabhupada lineage, where he has beautifully narrated and explained each and every shlokas in what has been prescribed by our other sannyas, Vaishnava sannyasis. So I learned that, and not to deviate from our path, no matter what your situation is. And like, I'm a yoga teacher, but I totally understand, and I have also experienced exactly what you just said, that no matter what you do things, but you try to be in a bhakti yoga where it give you more serenity, and you are kind of, you're living with Krishna all the time,
Right. Absolutely.
and 24/7, and where you can deviate easily. And I have experience in my life, and
Very
that's
nice.
what I'm also going with this practice, and
Thank you.
trying to do and cultivate devotional service.
Thank you so much. The one person, Nitai, I don't know. Nitai, can you comment? Can you give one line what you like? Nitai. Hare Krishna. Everybody has to speak up, please. We are speaking for Krishna. Okay? We are not chit-chatting here. So if you talk to Krishna, Krishna immediately gives points. Nitai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I wanted to give one point. What I
Who is
learned.
this one? Who is this one?
This is Vandana Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, go ahead.
Prabhuji, I liked what you said today, that Krishna is our father and that he will take care of us. And that I have experienced in my life ever since I joined ISKCON and the Krishna consciousness. I have experienced that, Prabhuji. And I
Very
really
nice.
feel that he has given us this body. So, whatever it is, we have to use it up in this life instead of carrying it for next life, doing bad karmas again and going back into the material world and doing all that and taking birth once again. We don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
I like the thing where you say karma kanda. I like the part.
Mataji, it's not worth it coming back again, all of us.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's what. It's better that you just do all your.
That's it.
Yeah,
Wind
just
up your
get out
business.
of this materialistic world and
Wind
back
up our
to
business. Wind up our business here. We are
Yeah.
done here. That's it.
yes,
No
Prabhuji.
more business.
Yes,
Goodbye.
Prabhuji.
Goodbye to this life birth. Let's go back to Krishna. So nice. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for putting this.
Kusuma Shashidhar. Kusuma Shashidhar. Mataji or Prabhuji, I don't know. Can you comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Agro Shishla Prabhupada. I joined very late. So now I just remember whatever Mataji told, that Krishna is our father. He takes care of us. So it's not worth in coming back again. So let's do attentive chanting and let's go back home, back to Godhead.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Now we are already seeing so many issues. When you come back, who knows, you may not even get human body, or you may not come here, you may not get Krishna. So many uncertainties. We are in the best place. Take the best bargain out of it. That's it. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Satyabhama Mataji. Okay, Mataji is on the mute. Satyabhama Mataji, you wanted to add any point here? Okay, maybe you're on the mute, Mataji. Okay, Savita Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji. You want to add any points here? Hare Krishna. Okay, Anu Mataji. Anu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam. I can say
Who
it
is this
again.
Mataji? What is the name?
Anuradha.
Go ahead, Mataji. Go ahead. Okay.
Prabhuji, I shared it already, but yes, I also believe that in one line, if I say, because I spoke a lot last time also, but I think what I have gained, that Krishna, just say the name of Krishna, and Krishna will, take you to with him. And I have full trust that he will definitely come. When you say join the class, that I feel that join the hand of the Lord Krishna, and he will, he will take care of you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. Punis Seti Prabhu. Punis Seti Prabhu. Any one line?
Krishna Prabhuji, Danda Pranam, all your associates. Really, I think most of the devotees already said, what I also liked. But yes, one more thing which I, there was a good comparison between the Sankhya philosophy and the devotional.
Yes, direct devotion.
Yes. So what I liked is that fact that we all get the mercy of Krishna, and we get into parampara and we get to know the devotional service. But even if in the material world, or I would say in the Sankhya philosophy, I think more important is the journey still begins.
Yes.
Krishna is so merciful that seek and you shall find. So it's not, nothing's going waste.
Yes, absolutely. It's just a longer route. That's all.
Absolutely. At least the journey is on, and the Krishna always reciprocates.
They're better than non-devotees.
Absolutely. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Good point. Very good point. Thank you. Sachi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam, all glories. First of all, I don't know why I had this in my mind today, that art class thing, so, I made special effort, I had something going on, but I said, I think it's Govardhan Prabhu and I'm not missing the class.
Oh, thank you so much.
Prabhuji, we always learn so much from you. Again, I'll agree with what Jai Prakash Prabhu said, but also I liked what you said about Prabhupada. Whatever he says, I love everything that Prabhupada says, but like how he doesn't want us to renounce anything, but use everything in Krishna's service. And that's what you said. And also I liked what you said. This is constant, because we need this constant encouragement, that we are all making an effort to attend classes and we are doing devotional service. So we are like 90% there and 10%, something like that you said. So I loved it, that we need that encouragement all the time, all of us.
Absolutely. We need, it's a combined, the spiritual world is so big. It's a 3/4 dimension. We all can fit there. We can take all this whole population also. It's very, very easy to go there. So we all have to go back to God. That's our intention.
And that's why we need to stay in the association of Vaishnavas, so because we meet constantly, we can encourage each other, and there'll be less, fallen, we won't fall down from the path or deviate from the path.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Sudhakar Prabhu, you want to share anything?
Hare Krishna, Oji. Yeah. So the one point like is about Srama eva hi kevalam, right? So
absolutely. You
if
know this
one
shloka
is
very well.
occupational duties,
Right.
so if there is no attraction to the Lord, it's just the waste of life. I mean, I think that's what is very true in this material world. The people just going after the material, sense enjoyment and all that. They keep doing so many things, useless things. So, which will not just a useless thing. It will not attract. It's not attracting any devotion towards the Lord.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Na utpadare yadiritim shramayaivahi. I love this shloka. Hey, if all of you, if you get a chance, by heart this shloka. So beautiful shloka, this one. Please by heart this 1.2 point. Actually, I forced you to by heart, right? Sudhakar Prabhu, Bhakta this shloka.
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, that's right.
So
Prabhu.
try this one. Such a wonderful Shramaya Dharma Panishtitan Pumsan. Vishpaka Sena Katasiya, now Utpade Jadi, Tim Samaya Vahi Kevalam. So beautiful shloka. Right? Just by reciting these shlokas makes our life successful for us. Just reciting this Shruti, this sound vibration of these shlokas makes our life successful. That's why recommended to read. Okay. So I keep on talking. If Simeshwar Prabhu is not there, we say 8 o'clock. Prabhuji, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Prabhuji. Without your permission, I just.
No. That was perfect. No. So.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah. Just I wanted to take input from everyone and their thought process also.
Yes. Very nice.
Prabhuji, you want to have any closing comments?
Yes, it was wonderful. That was perfect class and appropriate to the words and what is meant by that words, work and devotion. Yes, as mentioned that even without, we say that simply renouncing all activities and not engaging in the devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. So this is the formula of the happy. It's the just renouncing, as yesterday, we mentioned yesterday that just renouncing everything, thinks that okay, one will be happy, but it's not.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's better instead of detaching from this material world, but to attach to Krishna in devotion is the best. That's you cover.
Karma yoga better than karma sannyasa.
Yep.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay. I'm done. So.
Yeah. Anybody else has anything to add? Any other reflections?
No, I was just going to say, Govardhan Prabhu, thank you. I like picking on us and asking for our thoughts. What we like, kind of reinforces it.
Of course, Prabhuji, this is not one person. It is a group. Always remember, we are all one family, Central New Jersey here. We share ideas. We share good and bad everything, and we share every opinion. That is how it goes. So it's not that one person speaking. No, we all have experiences. We all have realizations. So we have to share that.
This is helpful. Very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Anybody else has anything to add before we conclude? Okay, so let's conclude today's session. Thank you so much, Proji, for taking your time and giving a wonderful lecture. Few announcements. Ekadashi is on Sunday, and June 12th is New York Rath Yatra. I think it's one of the best part of the year. Everybody can join. And
this is June 12th, yeah.
June 12th, Saturday, and it's starting at 11 a.m. from the 45th Street, if I'm not wrong. Then at the Washington Square Park, it's sunset, and there'll be cultural program after that. The bus is starting from the temple on, I believe, by 9:30 the latest. So if 30 more seats are booked, and if there are anybody who would like to go by bus, please book your seat. It's just $25 for an adult. I think it's pretty much same, the parking that we spend on in New York. So please do so. I think its time is running out, and probably if you book after 2 days, seats may not be there. This time we will have only one bus. Last few years, we have 4 buses. We were, going from here, Central New Jersey to New York. So this time we'll have only one bus because of, these restrictions. If you are not booked, please do so as early as possible. Also, we send out a survey regarding the Sunday Feast program. So many of you must have received it, and please go and put your comments and, answer those questions. So this is the way that we can analyze that what is best for us. If there are some concerns, comments, and some questions so that we can address, we will have a meeting tomorrow, and we'll go through with this, and we'll see that what is best. And we initially plan to start the Sunday Feast program on June 6th, and now we'll review this. What is the best? Hopefully, we will start by June 6th with the to-go prasadam. We will not entertain our devotees to sit one place or gather everybody together and just attend the program in a social distancing way and take out the prasadam. And then also we'll be thinking of starting early instead of 5:30, 4:30. So that we can finish by 6:30, and then we can go home. Everybody can go home early. So that's what we are thinking. So I think June 24th is Jagannath Snanayatra, and also coming Sunday is Chandanayatra, if weather permits. These are all in the coming weeks. So please participate. Most importantly, as the class itself and this Bhagavad Gita itself telling us, and Supreme Lord telling us, this actually work in devotion or loving devotional service is the supreme. Or as we always say, that service is supreme. We may not be so attached to Krishna, but we may be attached to service. Why? Because of the mercy of Krishna. And just simply engaging in the service of the Lord is good enough. You may not be so much scholarly or pandit or you don't need so much of qualification or nothing like that. If you're willing, if you're able to do the service for the Supreme Lord, good enough. This is not just impersonal or whimsically that we are doing. But this is any service which we are performing to the Supreme, it is to the Supreme, it is for the Supreme. The Supreme sees that, Supreme, receives all the service. It's not possible unless the mercy of the Supreme that we can engage in the service of the Lord. And that's what is just mentioned. Without the mercy of the Lord, we cannot engage in the service of the Lord, service of the devotees. So these two things always be there. Do the service as much as possible for the Lord. And another benefit of service, actually, it purifies us. You don't need to do much other efforts, actually, like renunciation per se. Okay, do renounce the senses, renounce the mind, renounce the intelligence, renounce the body, renounce everything, and go to no. We don't need that, but just engage in the service. Automatically, we come to that state of, the pure renunciation purifies us with the attachment of Krishna. So this gives a lot. The devotional service gives a lot. So please try to engage as much as possible. And yes, we have, time is running out. It's ticking. We don't know. We have a human body. We passed maybe half of the life, or who knows, maybe quarter, maybe 3/4, who knows, but time is ticking. So this human life is very guaranteed. We don't know what is going to be next, but we do have, like as we say that yesterday is a cancelled check, today is a ready cash, and tomorrow is a promissory note. We don't know what is tomorrow. It's a promissory note. No guarantee. But we have today, as like a human, we have this human form of life is today we have. So utilize maximum in the loving devotional service, all beneficial, or nothing, that which, by devotional service, nobody lose anything. It's all beneficial, it's all gaining. So please try to do as much as you can by, there is morning Bhagavatam class, evening Bhagavad Gita class. Just try to listen and hear, and temple services are there. And, at least in a week, couple of hours, if you, pick some services to do, maybe book distribution, maybe preaching, maybe, come to the temple and cleaning the temple, or if you are second initiated, come to the, temple for some service. Something or other is always there, and if not, serve the devotees. If we are not able to, as Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu said, that you go for work, as you may not have much time to, do devotional service, but spending that money for the service of the Krishna is also devotional service. And Krishna gives that list of all those. So it's better, it's always beneficial, and it's that service is the supreme. And as a human life that we have, this is our purpose. Realizing this fact is the purpose of our life, nothing else. And just engage as much as you can. And with whatever, utilize whatever we have. Yadarham upayanchate. Utilize whatever we have properly for the service of Krishna, not for the satisfaction of our own sense or self. Many times it says that when we give, people get more happiness than when we get. When we give, it derives more pleasure than getting it. That's sacrifice. That's the theory of sacrifice. And when we give, when we serve others, we get more satisfaction rather than serving ourselves. And we know that in this all world, people try to serve themselves, but nobody is happy. Nobody is happy. So yes, so it's very nice. So please do so, and it helps a lot. That's the summum bonum of all this Krishna's teachings. So utilize this human life for the service of Krishna and go back to Godhead. It's guaranteed. So thank you so much. Let's conclude today's session. Thank you, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhuji, for a wonderful class. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining. And without you, this is not possible, this devotee association. And past 1 hour, we were, in a different realm, different realization, different understanding. So we may be spending so much of time on the other material activities, but on this side, right, when it comes together, especially on the evening, an auspicious time, evening, morning, and so auspicious time, especially we spend on this specific time period, it purifies more than spending another time. That's another benefit of it. So please do so every day, so as much as possible, by the mercy of the Lord. And I strongly believe this is all happening because of the mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, nothing would happen. So thank you so much. So let's conclude today's session. Let's pay our obeisance to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Vancha
kalpatarubhyascha pasindubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vishnu Vrunda ki jai.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you so much.